Hi kindergartners! So today we're back with another math lesson. This time we're going to be reviewing our work on tens frames. So I have 4 tens frames here that are all empty right now. And just as a reminder, a tens frame, one tens frame has 10 squares. And they're a counting mechanism. They can help us add. I love tens frames. I hope you do too. So I'm going to go ahead and treat these as a group and these ones as a group. So I'm going to add a few circles on here now, and then we're going to figure out how many we have in total and different ways to figure out and strategies for counting our circles, but also comparing numbers today. So while I fill out this, I'm wondering, what is something really exciting that you did this week? For me, I learned how to make focaccia bread yesterday. That was really exciting and new for me and a fun part of my dinner. What is something that you did? I hope you enjoyed yesterday's story with Izzy Gizmo. Maybe you created your own gadget or your own little invention. I didn't, but I need to. I should come up with something to make. You're being so patient while I fill out our first frame here. I'm almost done. You could be counting along right now if you'd like. And I'm done. Oh, that took longer than I wanted, but I hope you're able to still be right here with me and paying attention. So, I have the first one filled out and 2 more on the other. We should be able to see the first one all the way filled out and automatically know that that is 10. 10. We have 10 there. So, if we have 10 here and 2 more, we can say to ourselves, what is 10 plus 2? Putting 10 in your head, counting on 2, 10, 11, 12. Or sometimes you're just going to know, oh, 10 and 2 is 12. Either way. If that doesn't work for you, I still want you to really, really start understanding that a full frame filled out is 10. From there, you could count on. So you could say 10, 11, 12. That's one way. Let's fill out the bottom one. We're going to compare our 12 to another number. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm hoping you're looking and trying to figure it out for yourselves. I'm going to try to go a little bit quicker this time. Let's see if I can do it. And say, Gabrielle, go fast. I wonder if you're thinking, how many is Gabrielle going to do on the bottom group? I wonder what she's thinking. I'm wondering if the number in your head is going to be the same number I'm thinking about making. Right now we have the same amount, if you can tell, but I'm going to keep going. And done. What do you think I have? I'm going to give you a minute to think about it while I write the 12 for this one up here. Keep in mind that if it's all the way filled out, you should be counting that all together as a 10 first. Did you get 15? Let's count and check. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Another way to think about this, again, keeping in mind that this is fully filled out, that's 10. And then I know that half of a tens frame, if I just have the top half filled out, it's 5. Because half of 10 is 5. So I could think about it this way. Sometimes I know my 10 plus addition problems in my head memorized, so I can say, oh, 10 plus 5 more is 15. If I don't, again, it's okay to just count on from 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is an option. I would like us to also now compare our numbers. We have 12 and 15. My question to you is, which is the bigger number? Which is the greater number? 12 or 15? We can use our tens terms to help us compare them. So again, this was 12 up here. This is 15. I can say, let me look. Okay, this all has 10. This all has 10. So far, they're the same. Now let's look at our next set. This one has 2 dots. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 15 is bigger. It's filled out more of the second tens frame than the first number did. But how much bigger? Well, let's talk about the ways that we can figure that out. I can put 12 in my head and see how many it takes me to get to 15. So I can say 12, 11, I'm counting backwards, excuse me, teacher mistake, 12, 13, 14, 15, 3. Let's see. Can we match it and see if that's right? Okay, matched. Oh, there's no more. So 1, 2, 3. 15 is 3 bigger than 12. One more way to compare the numbers is I can count backwards from 15 to 12 and see how long it takes me to get there. So 15 goes in your head this time, and we're going to count backwards to 12. 15, 14, 13, 12. It took us 3. Again, 15 is 3 more than 12. 15 is 3 more than 12. So far, you're doing an awesome job following along. I can feel it. I can't see you, but I just know how hard of workers you all are and that you're following along with me. Let's take a movement break. While I erase these dots, can you give me 10 plus 5 jumping jacks? Ready? Go. Let's see. If you finish your 15 jumping jacks, give me 5 more. I wonder who's going to be done with their jumping jacks first. You, or am I going to be done erasing before you're done? Let's see. Erasing always takes me a long time, even in the classroom. But on here, sometimes it feels like it's even longer. Done. Did you finish your jumping jacks? Okay, let's try some new numbers. And I forgot to erase these. We had 12 and 15. Saying goodbye to those. I'm going to put a new number up and see if we can figure it out. Okay? Do you like comparing numbers? I like it. I like to try to figure out how much bigger a number is than another. It's always exciting. I can even do it with items I have around my home. And I'm gonna stop. Now, that's not a full tens frame. So I can't look at it and automatically know that it's 10, because it's not. The question is, how much is it? Again, we can count individually, dot by dot. So let's try that. Count along with me at home. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you get 8? Or I can look at it and say, I notice 2 spots are not filled out. What number is 2 less than 10? Sometimes I just know it and say, oh, 8 is 2 less than 10. Or I can put 10 on my fingers or 10 in my head and count down 2 since I have 2 empty spots. So let's do it on my fingers. Ready? You can have your fingers up at home too. 10, 9, 8. 8. I have 8 circles in my tens frame. 8. So I'm going to put an 8 right here. 8. Let's look at our bottom groups here. Let me put my dots. While I'm letting the dots in, I want you to think about what is your favorite strategy when using 10 frames. Do you count down? Do you count up? Are you able to see the dots and just know? We're all at different parts in our learning of 10 frames, and that's okay. I love that as individuals, we can all understand things at different rates, but still support each other, even virtually. And I am going to be done with dots for this one. And I'm going to pause a moment and see if you can figure it out on your own before I start talking about it. So let's see, maybe I'm going to count to 20 in my head and then answer it. I'll do a little dance. Okay, ready? Now, again, multiple ways of figuring this out. If you remember earlier in the video, I talked about half of a tens frame is 5. So, if half a tens frame is 5, and I notice that I have the whole top half of my tens frame filled out, I know that I have at least 5 dots. But I notice that there's one more. So I can say, oh, 5 and 1 is 6. I must have 6 dots. That's going to be the quickest way for you to do it, either that or looking at it. However, if you want to have a little bit of bonus fun, you can say, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 spots not filled out. So I can count from 6 to 10 and see how many it takes me to get there. So let's put 6 in our head, 6, and counting 4 more. 7, 8, 9, 10. 4. There are 4 spots missing. Or I can put 10 in my head or 10 on my fingers and count down 4, and that will tell me how many dots I have. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Let's check our work again. 5 and 1 is 6. Excellent. And I'm going to put a 6 right here. And just like we did with the first problem, we're going to compare the numbers 8 and 6 with each other and see which one's bigger. Before we even figure it out, what is your prediction? What do you think, or what do you know about those two numbers? Excellent. Okay, so let's compare. I noticed for our tens frame with 8 dots, I should say, we have 2 that are left blank. Okay. With our tens frame with 6 dots, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spots that are left. Now, the bigger number is going to have more of the frame filled out than the smaller number. So just from that information right there, that the bigger number is going to have more of the tens frame filled out than the smaller number, which one do you think it is? Great. Okay, so we can compare it as well. Let's see. I can say, oh, that's a spot and that's a spot. Okay. Or we can say the first half is filled out on both. So far they're the same. And then there's a dot. And there's a dot. That's great. But now they don't match up. How many more does it not match up? 2 and 2. So we can cross those out and those out. There's 2 spots left. So 8 is a bigger number. And now we can say 8 is 2 bigger than 6. Or we can check it on our heads because that part was a little confusing. I'm sorry that I did not explain that part right over video. I hope you're trying your best to follow along. And I'm trying my best to explain over camera, which still feels a little awkward. So let's count. Let's put 6 in our heads to start and count up to 8 and see how many it takes to get there. So tap 6 in. 6, 7, 8, 2. Did you get 2? Let's double check your work by counting backwards from 8 to 6 and see if we get the same number. Ready? Put 8 in your head, count down till you get to 6. 8, 7, 6, 2. So we know that 8 is a greater number than 6 by 2. Today, to work on math at home, you can use either the tens frames that I sent home on our last day or the ones that I'm going to send over email. You can either roll a dice, and every time you roll, see how long it put the dots, the amount of dots that are on the dice. See how long it takes you to fill out 1 tens frame, then 2, then 3, then 4. So if you had 4 tens frames filled out completely, how much do you have? 10, 20, 30, 40. If that method doesn't sound great to you today, you could ask a grown-up or a older sibling to fill out a few frames for you, and then you find the number, the correct number for each one. You write the numeral, and then compare the numbers. Figure out which one is bigger, which one is smaller, how much bigger is a number than the other, how much smaller is the other, one number to the other. Do a little bit of what we just did here. I can't wait to hear. If you want, you can send me pictures of your work. I hope you're doing great today. I hope you are seeing the beautiful sunshine outside, getting outside to play a little bit, and reading some books. Miss you. See you later. Bye.